Hey guys, Tyler here, Max Ordinate Academy, and I just want to give you a quick rundown of our law enforcement advanced sniper course target. Over the years, it's gone through some progressions, and now we just consider this the sniper qualification. It's all of the skill sets that a law enforcement or military sniper should possess. It's also a great target to kind of guide a civilian through a range day training or just getting out and having a structured practice. So the very first target, and to take a step back here for a second, the entire scoring system is out of 40 points. Okay, but you're only going to fire 37 rounds. Now, to pass the qualification, you have to have a score of 32. And 32, 40 points, it's an 85% hit ratio. We try to elevate our standards over, the traditional, civilian side typically goes for 70. And then for law enforcement military, they shoot for 80. So we want to be a little bit higher than that. Nothing here is unachievable. It's all pretty straightforward. Focuses on fundamentals and tripods, different scenarios that law enforcement guys might find themselves in. So we'll start with the very first shot on this target. The very first shot is going to be here. It's the cold bore shot. It's worth 3 points. It's the first shot of the day. You lay down. It's taken from the prone. You sight in. You go through all of your pre-fire checklists, setting your parallax, building your position, all of these things, and you take that one well-aimed shot. Your round has to impact inside or break the thick black line around the white square. That would constitute a hit. Anywhere outside of that is a 0. So right off the bat, you could be starting with a -3 points. And then we come up here and you have your 0 boxes, right? So the final box that you shoot at, all right, you're not shooting one round at every box. You're utilizing every box to get a 0 if you need to, right? If you need to fine tune your 0, whatever the case is. So let's say the very first box here, right? We aim at that box, we take 3 shots, and we're left 0.2. So we make our adjustment, and then we go to the second box, and we take 3 shots, and we are centered. We're inside the black thick line. So that's going to be the last box that we shoot at. We're not going to shoot at the third box because the last box that we shoot at is going to be the one that's scored. So all 3 shots are inside the black box. We got a good 0. And now we've shown that we have the ability to adjust our scope and make corrections to zero our rifles, right? A very basic skill that should not be taken for granted as a shooter, period, in general, right? So that last box that you shoot at will be the one that's graded 3 shots only. Now you're going to come to here. This will be one of your final prone sessions. All right. It is 1 shot per shape, right? It's a circle with a diamond in it. 1 shot per with your strong side, your dominant hand, 15 seconds. So you'll start in the prone position, mag in, bolt forward, safety on. You're ready. The beeper goes, safety off. You take your shot and you follow up with the other 2 shots. Okay. For a total of 3. That's 15-second part time. Now you're going to switch to your non-dominant side, your weak side, okay, your left side, whatever is your non-strong side. And now you're going to set up in the same position. Mag in, bolt forward, weapon on safe. You're going to be aiming in at those targets. And you're going to fire 1 shot per, but now you have a part time of 35 seconds. Okay, it is a little awkward, but it is in my opinion, it's a mandatory drill that we shoot with our non-dominant hand because it forces you to think about all the fundamentals that you take for granted when you're shooting with your right hand or your dominant side, okay? And now our next drill, you set up your tripod, you get into a good standing position. You have time to set yourself up the way that you want. You are not under time to deploy your tripod. So you set your tripod up, you get in a position that you want, right? And then when you're ready, the time will start. You'll have 30 seconds to engage each circle with 1 shot. Now we'll come down here, the kneeling position. It's going to be same round count, 3 rounds. You'll build your kneeling position. It could be a high kneeling. It could be a low kneeling. It's whatever kneeling that you're comfortable in. So you'll set your position up. You'll be ready. You'll have your magazine in, bolt forward, round in the chamber, weapon on safe. Timer starts. You have 25 seconds to engage each circle with 1 shot. And then we'll do the exact same thing here for the seated tripod. Okay. But the time limit, as you see, as you get into more and more stable positions, the time limits shrink. So for the seated position, you have 15 seconds, one shot per circle, right? And it's the same concept. You'll start the same way for each one. You'll be in position looking at the target. Now, from the seated position, right, you're going to stay in the seated tripod and you're going to come over here. Now, this is going to be 4 shots. You have to, there's an actual circle here around the suspect's face, right? He has a pistol, but you have to impact inside that circle. It's a fairly large circle. It's not unobtainable, right? It's 4 shots, 20 seconds with your gas mask on. So you're going to don your gas mask, going to be in the seated position. You're going to be ready. Magazine in, bolt forward, round in the chamber, weapon unsafe. Time starts. You have 20 seconds to engage that suspect with 4 shots utilizing your gas mask. Now, staying in whatever position that you want. Typically, we like to stay in the seated tripod, but you can run this drill however your team or your department feels fit. Come over here, right? Now, we like to do this from the tripod position, typically the seated, but if you want to do it prone, you want to do it standing, it's your call. But these are malfunction drills. So you'll be shooting at the suspect with a hostage, okay? Now, typically, we have guys aim right around that eye right there to still get the kill shot, but not shoot the hostage, okay? So the malfunction drill, the type 1 malfunction, is going to be 1 shot 2 times. So you're going to run this drill twice. It's going to be a 10-second par time. And a type 1 malfunction is an empty chamber. So your shooter will be aimed in at the target. He hears the buzzer, click, no bang, cycles his bolt, stays on target, and sends that 1 shot in 10 seconds or less. And then he'll reset. He'll clear the chamber, run his bolt forward, put the magazine in so there's an empty chamber, and then you'll do that drill again for another 10-second par time. So that's 2 shots right there. And then you'll do 2 shots, right? 1 shot per drill of the type 2 malfunction, which is a double feed or a chamber obstruction. So you'll just, put your magazine in, toss a piece of empty brass or something into the breech. You'll push your bolt forward, and this can be done with a gas gun as well, right? You're just trying to create a stoppage. And you'll run through the type 2 malfunction, but you'll have 30 seconds to achieve this time. So now you're aimed in. You can't push your bolt forward. The time starts. You drop the magazine, open your bolt, clear any obstructions, run your bolt, clear that chamber out, new magazine inserted, round in the chamber, and take your 1 shot, 30 seconds or less. And you'll do that 2 times. So that section right there is worth 4 points, right? 4 shots are taken. Now we come down here to the, my fingers are doing weird stuff. So we come down here to the barricades. You got these 2 heads. It's 3 shots per head, okay, for a total of 6. So what we like to do is set up 6 different obstacles. It could be a traditional barricade. It could be a chair. It could be a barrel. It could be anything that you think of. If you're operating in an urban environment, what are some of the obstacles that you might find yourself setting a position on? So you'll move to a position. You'll take 1 shot. Then you move to another position. You'll take 1 shot. You move to another position. You'll take 1 shot. So at the end, you should end up with 3 shots per head, and you've gone through 6 different barricade configurations. There is no time limit for this drill. The focus is on, can you build a good position and take a good shot? Now we're going to come down here. This guy, this is a 1-shot drill. 1-shot drill right here. So the law enforcement officer, the military guy, he will pack all of his gear up per SOP. I like to have guys deploy out of their car to test their standard operating procedures. So they'll put their tripod wherever it's supposed to go. It's attached to their pack. They'll put their rifle in the car. Is it in a gun case? If it's in a gun case, then you got to put it in a gun case, right? And the officers will start deployed from their car. Timer starts. They got to pull all their gear out. They got to set their tripod up, and they got to engage the target. 1 shot, and it's got to be inside that circle right there. Okay, inside that circle. It's not enough just to hit the face. You got to hit inside the circle. Now, the tripod position can be dictated by the team leader or whoever's running the drill for the day. Maybe it's a seated tripod. Maybe it's kneeling. Maybe it's standing. Maybe you want to do a prone drill, and that's fine too. You have 45 seconds to achieve this. That'll probably be one of the harder drills, and it really push the limits on what your standard operating procedures are. And then the final 4 shots will be up here, right? You come up here, right there. Okay, these are unsupported positional. It's a 12-inch target. You only use a sling. So it's you, a rifle, and a sling, 4 rounds. 12-inch targets at 100 yards, 100 meters. You'll take 1 shot standing, 1 shot kneeling, 1 shot seated, and 1 shot prone. No bipods, no bags, no extra gear, just you, a rifle, and a sling, okay? All unsupported positions. So you get through this entire target, and again, it's 40 points total, and a passing score is 32. I hope you guys get some of these targets, you try them out. I hope it helps your department, helps your military unit, and you guys move forward and eventually get to the point where you're cleaning this target. You look at the target, it seems pretty easy. It doesn't seem like it's a difficult thing to do, but I can tell you right now that we've only had 3 people, not including myself, 3 students ever clean this target. We've had some come really close, but oftentimes there's one drill that 1 shot would just get away from them. Good luck to you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out of here.